Okay, back again with you guys. Of course, you're locked on to Isaac 98.1 FM, The Promise. 20 minutes to the top of the hour. And I've got Allan, and Doninique. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Shakedown.
Good morning. Good morning, TNT. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
All right, so you're all about the Mans Dem.
Yeah, man.
Tell me about the play.
Well, it's airing on the 5th and 6th of July at Queen's Hall. We came off a tremendous high from Central Bank and South Napa.
Yeah.
It's a play centralized around men and how what men, I don't want to give away too much, but what we are about is about what a man's perspective of love and relationships, marriage, and stuff. And it's comedy.
Good morning, TNT. So basically, the Mans Dem, it's a play about men and love and relationship, and we're asking three basic questions. What do men want? Why do men cheat? What defines a man? So we're giving you some insight into the men's psyche.
No, let me get that again. What do men want?
What do men want?
Why do men cheat?
Cheat, yes.
And what?
What defines a man?
So why do you think men cheat? Just a brief hint.
Because women allow men to cheat.
Wow. Doninique, give me your take.
I disagree with that. First of all, men want everything.
Okay.
They want the cake, they want the icing, and they want to eat it too. Yeah. But come to the play, and you will see we answer those questions, or at least attempt to answer those questions. And yeah, those are the three main questions that we address in the play.
All right, so it's backed by popular demand, and that means it was so good, people called for more.
Yes, indeed. We had a great time at Central Bank and Napa, Sapa South, and so we're back again one more time in Trinidad, in Queen's Hall, and we're hoping that the people are going to come out and really support us again, because the play is, whilst it's a comedy, it's also biblical, it's scriptural, it's uplifting, and you're going to come and you're going to see people on stage that represents people in your family, probably yourself, stuff that you may be going through, and we're just there to offer solutions and a point of reference where we can start talking about some of the issues, because sometimes I feel that the church don't really want to address these issues until it's too late. We want to address them when the person is getting a divorce, but if we were to talk about them up front,
right,
a lot of people, especially young people who are thinking about getting married, would be more informed when they go into marriage.
True.
Because sometimes we go into marriage with a rose-tinted view of marriage.
Okay.
Not really the work that has to be put into a marriage. It's easy to get married. The real work begins when you actually are married and you're trying to hold it together.
So you're inviting especially young people to come out because they're going to learn from this.
Young people, single people, married people. The whole body of Christ need to come and see the play.
No, Doninique, I've had this concept. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, and I know what you're going to say. In order to make a marriage work, there's one rule. The husband is always right. Is that correct?
I know what a lot of women are saying right now. They're chipsing and watching the radio like, really, DJ Mickey? We all know women are always right. But in this play...
Wow, you heard how she slipped that in.
I said what women would say.
Right.
But marriage is a compromise. It's two people. And when you are able to sit and talk and reason out with each other and, understand the different dynamics and so on, both parties could say, they equally.
They're right. Yeah. They're right. And of course, they must be willing to accept wrong even if they're not wrong.
True.
Yeah.
Humility and compromise.
In order to make things work.
And most of the time, it's the men who...
You were going so good, right?
No.
Most of the time, it is the men who say I'm wrong, even when we're right.
That's true. That's true.
For peace sake, for peace sake and quiet sake, for a quiet life, especially now because World Cup is on.
Yeah.
And you want to watch the World Cup.
We need. We wrong. I'm wrong. Listen.
Anything you say, baby, is correct.
I'm wrong for the next 90 minutes.
Because right now, women are watching everywhere and they're kind of just waiting until World Cup is finished. Then they can speak and they can say what they want to say. Allan?
And of course, they're taking notes.
You're
taking notes.
Remember,
All right, it's all about the Mans Dem. It's going to be taking place Saturday the 5th of July and Sunday the 6th of July, Queen's Hall Auditorium, Port of Spain. Showtimes 7:30 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. Tickets advance $125 or at the door $150. Now, tell me a little about yourself. I'm going to spill some beans. For those of you who don't know, Allan Charles He's into spoken word and poetry. I've been looking for it, but apparently I didn't download it onto my laptop. I don't know why. Allan Charles, the man with the plan. Now, give us a little background history about yourself, man.
Well, as I said to everybody, I'm UK born in the UK. I grew up in St. Vincent, and as you may know, I married a Trini, so I am a totally mixed up, you know what I mean? And I am a spoken word poet, artist. That is my love. That's my first. That's my first love. And so the play is just an extension of the spoken word.
Okay.
Because there's only so much you can say in a poem. You know, and so in order to address more issues, I mean, I've kind of transferred the spoken word into playwriting, and right now that's where I'm at. I'm trying to produce uplifting, quality stage production that can uplift the body of Christ, and also entice those who are not of Christ to see that as a Christian you can have fun and you can produce quality theatre. Because we're supposed to be striving for excellence, you know. And my calling and my goal right now is to really try and improve Christian theatre.
Beautiful,
you know.
Beautiful. Now, this is not your first venture. You've done other plays before.
Yeah, well, this is part 2.
Part 2.
Yes, this is part 2. I mean,
all right.
Before we had part 1, which is more from a female perspective. We dealt with singleness, man shortage. Why do good girls...
Man shortage
in the church.
Okay.
Why do good girls prefer bad boys?
No, that's a question I know a lot of guys have been asking. Spill some beans. Why do you think a lot of good girls prefer bad boys?
Women say that they want a man who's got swagger. They like a man to be a man's man. And most of the times, a so-called man's man isn't always the guy that's going to treat you right or look after you the way you ought to. So I'm not sure. I mean, maybe Dominic might be able to explain to us more why women prefer the bad boy image. Is it the media?
Tell us.
I think humans, on a whole, we go with image. So most times when you're attracted to somebody, it's by what you see. And then there's the work of getting to know. But these days, people don't really have time, so they just go on what they see. And someone who is, if you have the two guys line up, somebody who would probably treat you good, but they're not as charismatic and not outgoing, and they don't have that certain edge you're looking for, you'll be attracted to the other person based on what you see. When you get to know them, then you realize, this may not be the right person. But we go on what we see.
So that just justifies that men are always right. They always know.
I didn't get that point, I didn't get that.
Men are always right. It's like wishful thinking, Jimmy. It's really like wishful thinking. But I believe in understanding that in church, I don't think the brothers, when we get saved, brothers come into the church to get saved. And because the church focus on working on the outside in, they think that they had to have a different way of approaching the woman. You understand? It's the same female in the church that is out the church. You understand?
True.
And sometimes when you approach a lady before coming into church, it's no big difference. I mean, you have the same rules of engagement. You understand? Step correctly, say the right thing, do the right thing, but we want to show that we're godly first.
Right.
And in church sometimes when they throw up a godly disposition, the women, yes, we know you're in church and God is here, but we're looking for
you
something
guys should
more.
see Dominique's face and the expression right about now.
But brothers just need to know how to step correctly.
Okay.
You understand? And understand the rules of engagement, and this is what makes a lady probably what I...
And women need to look beyond the facade.
True.
Because a lot of women I know who are still single, it's because their list is so long. For one. 2, what they're looking for does not exist.
Wow. Let me get your take, Dominique. She's itching to say something.
I understand where Allan is coming from in terms of the facade, look beyond the image. One of the things that I would say that, a lot of women, we tend to make a list and want the stars on the moon and everything. We want the high priest, the prince, but we are not ourselves, looking towards being the queen and all of the things that we expect from the man.
Right.
right? So first of all, you need to work on yourself. Definitely look beyond the facade, get to know, take time. But again, I say people don't really want to take time these days. Everything is instant, so everybody wants everything instant. They meet somebody, you want to be with them instantly. They get married instantly.
You know,
it's a microwave.
Yeah.
And you know, the truth of the matter is this, and most men and women would testify this: a man gets better when he's married, because the wife is able to smooth out
the rough edges,
rough images. And I remember once a pastor preached a sermon: why do single women love married men?
Okay.
And it's because the wife has already molded him.
And
right?
taken off the rough edges.
So what you're seeing now is
finished product.
Yeah, the glory of the husband, and that's what you're attracted to. But the wife has already invested time and effort into creating this man. You now have to go and find your own man.
All right, it's all about the Mans Dem. Who do men want? Why do men cheat? And what defines a man? They're going to be answering those questions at the hit comedy stage play. Touch on a bit of the preparations. Was Doninique hard to work with?
Oh, yeah. Very, very.
I must say that obviously I've got two casts. I've got the UK cast and I've got the Trini cast.
Okay.
And obviously there are different approaches, and the Trini work slightly different from how we do stuff in the UK.
With the Trini crew, you've got to have snacks and refreshments on board. Yeah. Is that right?
Oh, Mickey. Well, that's so true. Yeah. It helps.
But I find that the Trini cast are more. If I have to put it this way, you got musicians who play by ear,
right?
And you got musicians who play from the music score.
Okay.
Trinidadians are more freestyle. It's like yeah. I mean, just jumping and you just.
So is that necessarily a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, I'm not going to say whether it's good or bad, but it works.
It works.
It works for the Trinis. Working with the two casts they've all had their different challenges, but I mean, the Trini cast are very talented cast, and people who you may know in another field on the stage acting. So we've got singers acting, we've got rated personalities acting.
Wow. So you've got a talented cast.
Oh, yeah.
And they all want snacks during rehearsals.
Let me tell you something, Mickey, I'll tell you the truth, right? Allan, people don't know this, but Allan was literally sweating 2 days before production at Central Bank. And I was telling Allan, I said, Allan, Trinis are very much different. You would look a little laid back, but we'll come true.
Right.
You understand? Because this is how we are.
Last minute didn't show up.
Yes, Trinidadians have this kind of approach. I ain't saying it right, but our culture has groomed us in such a way. We approach things a little bit easygoing.
Right.
You understand? But
no worries, no frets.
Yeah, don't worry yourself. Everything's clear. You'll get it done. Don't worry yourself.
But the only problem is that you can't make preparations. So, for example, Trinis are laughing with ticket sales, right?
Right.
So, as a producer, you don't know whether you need to increase your marketing or just wait for the big rush on the day.
I agree. So but that's a culture, and we've been trying to change it.
Yes.
We've been trying to change it for years.
It's like dentistry.
Unsuccessfully, I must say. All right, so we've got 2 tickets to give away for the Mans Dem. After the show in Trinidad, where are you going to take it?
Barbados on the 12th and 13th. The week after, we'll be in Barbados.
Okay.
But that's with the UK cast.
Okay.
Barbados.
So why not the Trini cast? They're too expensive to feed? Doninique?
Trinidad and Tobago, we are inviting you to come down. It's a stage comedy. It's a play dealing with serious issues, but as Trinidadians, we need to have it with comedy. We need to laugh. So come down, bring your wives, bring your husband, bring girlfriends, bring your friends, bring your church family, youth groups. You all come down, you would enjoy it. The testimonies we got before, people were really touched by it, and they wanted to see it before certain decisions were made. They said it was really impacted.
What, before they got married?
Before they got divorced, before they separated and so on. So come down July the 5th and 6th at Queen's Hall, 7:30 p.m. Tickets are $125 now until 5 o'clock on the day, $125 at the box office. After that, $150.
Trinidad, come and support your own. It's a local cast, but a very talented cast. Come and show them love, because they are taking gospel theatre in Trinidad to a next level. Come and see the Mans Dem the 5th and 6th of July. That's next weekend. Okay?
Yes, and I'd like to piggyback on the taking it to the next level. is really about paving the way for theatre productions, and we really want to showcase something to the world, not just Trinidad and Tobago.
Now, quick question. You said this is the second time that you're in Trinidad, and you've had a show with the UK cast.
Right.
Was it recorded via video, and would DVDs be available?
They were recorded, but not for sales.
Not for sale.
If you go on our YouTube page, you can see clips and stuff.
Okay.
And I thought you were going to ask which one was better, the Trini one or the UK one.
Well, should I?
Answer one time now.
Should I?
Answer one time now, Alan. Tell us one time.
Which one do you think was better, Alan?
Please take note. We have a show next week. Right?
We have listeners in the UK, Mr. Edward Holland Jr.
I'll put it this way, yeah. I think the Trini cast is funnier.
Okay. It's the snacks that caused it.
Yeah. The Trini show is funnier. It's more amusing.
Okay.
The UK cast is probably a little bit more polished.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. They stick to the script.
Oh, I like this guy.
But improvisation is good.
We ad lib on the spot.
Maybe a little bit too much.
Well, I can understand as a producer you're going to be getting some gray hairs.
Is that my script? That's my story.
I can imagine Alan off stage. No, Alan, throwing papers all over the place. No, what is she doing? What is Dominique doing?
That is exactly it. Alan's now looking in the sky like, Lord.
Need I remind you all he said earlier, it works. And that's the end of that.
Beautiful. All right, so it's all about the Mans Dem, the Allan Child's hit comedy stage play taking place on the 5th and 6th of July, Queen's Hall Auditorium in Port of Spain. Showtimes 7:30 p.m.